Rob, what do you make of the performance and the result?
Okay, you know, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's an interesting time of the season now when, you know, and I've said this to the lads, it's kind of about, let's really drive our performance levels. Let's really try to face the challenges we're going to face over the next few weeks with the Six Nation period, and let's get on with it and make it about us. And I think probably that's what we didn't quite do enough of today. Didn't quite link the areas of the game together as we would do more fluently, and I think ultimately that's cost us in a tight game.
So where do you think the game was won and lost?
Probably just in, I know it sounds, but probably in relatively small individual errors or collective or moments that just added up to it just being a bit too fractured. You know, I've just said to lads, you know, there are things that are in your control and things that are out of your control, and I think at least twice today we scored and we messed up our next exit play, which led to scores for Gloucester. And I think those moments when something good happens, something goes your way, then you reset and you get the next 2 or 3 things right that really get you beyond halfway and get you back into the game. Those things we're typically very clinical with, and they're very solid parts of our game. And we erred once, definitely twice, maybe even 3 times in that area. And ultimately, those are the things that probably add up and cost you. You know, the odd try comes and goes, the odd decision comes and goes your way. You've actually got to move beyond that and build your 80-minute performance to be, you know, encapsulate a bit more than we did today.
So how did you see the last 5 minutes? You said there was a couple of controversial decisions. How did you see that?
I don't know what's happened under the post, so I'm not going to make any comment. I was down sideline and I couldn't see what happened. The one thing that was, it's slightly frustrating, but this is why you have to play at a level beyond it coming down to 1 or 2 calls. I mean, it looks to me like there's a block or a collision off the ball. If it was deemed nothing's happened, I haven't got a problem, but for not to get looked at probably seems a little odd. Like I say, often it's non-decisions that upset you more than anything else. You know, you can't expect them to see, you know, referees see absolutely everything, but that's what we've got. We've got a TMO. That said, I'm not going to hand that result all on one referee decision. It doesn't work like that. You know, things come and decisions and moments come and go your way over 80 minutes, and the better teams tend to make sure most of them go their way.
You're surprised at how much possession that they had, really? I mean, you were probably only 2 or 3 times you went down there and scored. I mean, apart from that, most of it was in your half of the field.
Yes and no. I mean, like I say, I don't think we were playing absolutely our best. We weren't particularly fluent. We didn't play at the level we wanted to. But at the same time, you know, we are dealing with a few challenges. We're challenging the squad definitely, and I think quite a few guys have stood up really well. Some of them back from injury, some of them having limited game time. I actually think, you know, I think we're facing up to most challenges really well. It wasn't perfect today. I didn't expect it to be, but we've come close to very, very nearly getting a draw in the last play of the game. So there's a lot of positives there. You know, a bonus point away from home, a lot of the times is kind of a par result. It feels a little bit odd because we're playing a bit above par this season, but at the same time you've got to have some realities about where you're going to be challenged.
Was that pleasing the way you held on in there, or was it even more frustrating that you lost it in the end?
No, holding on in there and being stubborn and fighting is the key characteristic. Like I said, it's very easy to just kind of get wrapped up in negative things. You know, Gloucester are a good side. We've come away to a top 4 team, and we've been in there fighting right to the end in a tough part of the season. I don't think. I don't think just purely looking at the negatives and looking at everything necessarily in a bad way is necessarily the way to go. I think, you know, there were some real positive things out there. We got ourselves into some difficult circumstances, but we got ourselves out of some as well. You know, and you've got to sometimes, you know, give guys credit where it's due. You know, we worked hard. We're as good as we can be. No, that's what training's for. That's why you try and accelerate to the end of the season.
And they weren't easy customers, especially in attack. They showed their teeth there.
No, they did. There were some good things. Gloucester are a good size. They're not. They're third now in the table. Not there for no reason. You know, the table doesn't lie. They're winning games of rugby. They're scoring points. They've been having a very good season. You know, we don't come here expecting to get anything out of the game. You've got to come here and you've got to make things go your way. And if you don't make things go your way, if the opposition outplay you in certain areas, it gets tough. And that's what happened today. They got to a stage where, at the end, yes, we've got our opportunity. We don't take it, but you know, Gloucester will also be pleased that they've shown that character on the trial and stopping scoring.
Just check on Tom Francis. Was he okay when he came off?
Yeah, he came off. So it was just a standard substitution, so he should be all fine. Good to go for Wales next week.
Perfect. Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks.